Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This time it's all for the kids. Surely these are the cutest and the most delicious cookies you'll enjoy with your little ones. So if you want to learn how to make them, then just keep watching. So starting with the butter, we will take room temperature butter along with icing sugar and vanilla essence. We don't need any whisk for this recipe, as we're not looking to incorporate any air into the dough. Simply use a spatula to mix everything together until the sugar is evenly mixed into the butter. This is perfect. Once that's done, we will now go ahead and add the milk. Avoid using warm milk. Room temperature or cold is even better to use in this recipe. The reason being, you do not want the butter to start melting. The only time the butter needs to melt is when it's baking in the oven. Now that's ready for the next ingredient. We will add the all-purpose flour, which can be added in 2 batches to avoid any lumps. If you wish to make it a healthier version with the wheat flour, you will need to keep in mind that it will absorb a lot more moisture as compared to all-purpose flour, so you will need to reduce the quantity accordingly. In case you need any guidance on this, do write to me in the comments below. This is perfect. Next, we will take a piping bag in which we will transfer the dough, which will be used to help pipe out our cookies on the baking tray. If you wish to invest in these piping bags, you can find the link along with other items in the description box below. Now that's ready and we can set that aside while we prepare the dough for the chocolate cookies. Once again, taking the room temperature butter and sugar, we will mix it in just like we did for the vanilla dough. Except that we will skip the vanilla essence, as this is going to be a chocolate cookie. Also adding in the cold milk, we will mix it in just as well. Perfect. Now this time for the dry ingredients, we are taking the sieve, as we are adding the all-purpose flour along with the cocoa powder. Gently mix it in just as well to get an even coloring of the cocoa all through. Once done, we will transfer it to another piping bag just like we did for the vanilla dough. A quick tip here, you will need to work in a cool temperature room for this recipe, as it helps to maintain the texture for the dough while piping. Once that's done, we now have both the doughs ready. So we will take the piping nozzle as shown here. You can find the link for this as well in the description box below. Taking a separate bag for the nozzle and using one of the dough bags, we are now ready to pipe out the cookies. Take a tray lined with the parchment paper. An important tip to note here is that you need to make sure of having the dough bag cut short enough to get the clean piping from the nozzle. Now holding the bag upright and squeezing out just a dollop and gently lifting up the bag to give a beautiful mini cookie. Similarly, repeat the same for the rest of the dough. But in case you find them to be inconsistent, You can always scoop it back into the bag and redo the piping. This is an absolute fun activity for the kids and also helps nurture the essence of developing their fine motor skills too. Finally, we will gently tap the tops and place them in the refrigerator for a few minutes before baking. While that's in the oven, now to work with the next dough. The best part about using a separate piping bag for the nozzle is that you can easily switch between the dough. So no mess and no hassle. As easy as that, and we are good to go. So once again, we will take our tray lined with the parchment paper. And since we are using the same nozzle with the leftover white dough, it'll give us a unique patterned cookie. Now that is one interesting pattern we've got. Let me know what you think, and surely I'd love to hear your suggestions for any ideas you can come up with. So do let me know in the comments below. And you can store this dough for up to a month in the freezer and thaw it over the counter and give it a quick stir before using it. This dough will go into the refrigerator for a few minutes until the baking time. Now, what do you do with the leftover dough? Using a bench scraper, of course, we will help push all the dough forward, making sure we use all of it. We will pipe them out, but not a complete cookie. Simply squeeze out halfway and repeat until you have used up all the dough. Now the second half is going to be completed with the help of the white dough. So this was an idea that developed while I was in the process. I'm sure you too must have unique ideas. The best, of course, comes from the kids. Give it a try and let me know your experience in the comments below. These are perfectly baked with an ever so light brown on the edges. Allow them to cool on the tray and we can have them ready to be prepped for the topping. Simply stunning as it is. Now for the most satisfying part, topping these adorable mini cookies with melted chocolate. This step not only elevates the flavor, but also gives them that irresistible bakery-style look. And if you're feeling creative, you can maybe give it a sprinkle of some crushed nuts or even some festive colored sprinkles. Make it your own unique style and call it your own. Once you're done, let the chocolate set completely for that beautiful snap when you bite in it, or enjoy them slightly gooey for an indulgent treat. Trust me, these cookies will melt in your mouth and leave you wanting for more. These are perfect for gifting during the festive season too. Whether it's the vanilla cookies with their buttery golden texture or the rich indulgent chocolate ones, every bite is designed to melt in your mouth. If you're planning to make these ahead, store them in an airtight container at room temperature for up to a month and they'll stay just as fresh. And if you're planning to gift these, stack them up neatly in a parchment-lined boxes or jars. They make the most beautiful and thoughtful homemade treat for any occasion. And now for the best part. Breaking into these cookies, let's grab the vanilla one first. Look at that tender snap. The butteriness just shines through. And now the chocolate. The crispy edges and the chocolatey center gives it a perfect combination of biting into something indulgent that simply melts in your mouth. So which one would you reach for first? Vanilla or chocolate? Let me know in the comments below. Do give this recipe a try and let me know your results in the comments below. I promise these cookies are pure joy in every bite. Happy baking! Thank you for watching. Bye for now.